Yes, the Apple Vision Pro has some problems. Duh. Are there too many of them that are gonna have people saying,
"Oh, forget it"?
I don't think anyone can argue that the Apple Vision Pro at its core is a pretty cool device. However, the price is something people will be arguing about for a long time. Over the years, we've seen Apple do things that aren't well received to start, but develop into the standard for many products. Can we be seeing that again here? I've been using the Apple Vision Pro for a few weeks now, and I've noticed some issues that I want to address and ask what you guys think. Now, most of the videos that I've seen about the Vision Pro, reviews have been glowing with a side of criticism. I think the lack of negative feedback is the fact that many of these people haven't used VR in a while or at all. Therefore, the experience is based on little to no time with any other VR headsets. I don't claim to be a professional by any means, but I have been able to take a step back and really evaluate my experience by talking to other real users as well as trying out the new Quest 3. The first issue I have is with the keyboard. There are a couple ways to use it on the Vision Pro. First is using your eyes along with the finger taps. It's not bad, but it's certainly not fast at typing at all. Maybe to reply to texts, but anything else, it can be a pain in the ass. The other way is bringing the virtual keyboard close enough so you can air tap on it yourself. Now, I will certainly give Apple credit for the ability to interact with most screens by simply tapping on them if they're close enough, but the virtual keyboard is clumsy and slow. Now, I've tried to use it a number of times, and I would rather connect the physical keyboard via Bluetooth and type that way. Now, if you need to see the keyboard but don't want to see like a total AR view in front of you, you do have the ability to turn that knob, and you can turn it halfway, so the bottom will still show your hands, and you can look down and type on the keyboard. Now, for a different take, the Quest 3 actually has two options to see your keyboard. The first one is a virtual keyboard, which basically takes what your keyboard would look like and put it over top, and if you move your hands in some way, it will show your hands, but I mean, this is really tough to get used to, and honestly, I couldn't use it. However, I did find another way that it actually takes the window and you can cut it out by selecting a line and drawing it up the keyboard. Now, what's really cool about this is you can also include your trackpad or your mouse, and you can actually see that if you don't have your hand on it or you're typing and you know where to go. So it's a different take, but I think it's pretty usable. The next issue I have with these is the spatial windows. While doing my previous video on how I use this at home, I would set up any screen in a room and proceed to walk into another one. I could see it floating oddly off to the side, and every time I noticed it, it kind of took me out of my immersion.
What is wrong with you?
My immersion.
It really bothered me seeing a window all the way upstairs, or the other was when I walked out of my office downstairs and that giant window just seemed to follow me. I would love to see Apple find a way to hide those screens that aren't really in your immediate area. What do you guys think? And go ahead and leave a comment down below about this or any of the ones I talked about. This might be the most obvious, but let's talk about the battery. I understand the amount of power that it takes to process everything that's going on in this headset. However, it's exhausting to see that we keep moving backwards when it comes to battery technology. The day that that can be figured out is the day that many of these products would be so much better. This thing can barely get through a 2-hour movie. It takes a long time to charge, and if you want to buy another backup battery, it's $199, and it isn't hot swappable, so you're gonna have to turn everything off anyway. You can also plug in an external battery to charge the Apple external battery to continue using the Vision Pro. Now, you gotta be careful when picking the battery because you need to make sure that the external battery can output enough wattage to keep... You know what? No. This is BS. Why the hell are we hooking up a battery to charge another battery that adds even more bulk to what we already have?
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
We have so many options out there that have much larger capacities, are way smaller, and cost less. Come on, Apple, do better. I do have one more thing that I think is super important, but before I cover that, I need to mention the price of this thing.
No.
I think it's pretty obvious that it's the biggest reason that people don't buy this.
No way.
What? No.
I've gone back and forth over this since this thing's been announced. And sadly, if Apple's going to position this as a spatial computer, I don't think the price is ever going to drop. Now, I would love to see it get less expensive, but if I was marketing this, I don't know if I would drop the price much at all. Now, the next step would be a less expensive version that doesn't have all the features. Now, I have thought extensively about that as well, and if you want to see a video on it, go ahead and give this one a thumbs up and leave a comment down below on what you think of an Air version of the Vision Pro and what it would be missing. Now, I'm not the first person to think Vision Air for obvious reasons, but I was thinking about what could be removed to lower the price. Even worse than the battery performance, let's talk about the shared usage possibilities. This issue isn't new from the standpoint of VR, since only one person can use it at a time anyway. However, the adjustability for multiple users on other systems have gone through many changes over the years. When I ordered my Apple Vision Pro, thankfully, I picked it up at the store because I was able to get the light cushion seal swapped out for one that fits better. I let my wife, daughter, father-in-law, mother-in-law, brother, and sister try these out, and getting them to fit was actually worse than using it. Now, my daughter and my sister really couldn't get the band tight enough because I got the medium version. Now, when I asked all of them about light bleed, most of them said that they can see it and it does distract a little bit. Now, maybe Apple will figure this out, but as of right now, when you go through the process of fitting the Vision Pro, it does seem drawn out. From the head size for the band to fit, light seal cushion, to the Zeiss lens prescription for people who wear glasses. If you were to look on the website and didn't know anything about this ahead of time, you actually might be concerned about anyone else using this. If you are really interested in picking this up, I 100% suggest going into the store, and if multiple people in the family are going to be using this, take them with you so they can at least get the right fitment range for a better experience. If you want to see how I traveled with the Vision Pro and used it at home, go ahead and check out these videos right here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you won't miss my next video when I post it. See ya.